सन्मात्रमद्वयमनामयचिच्छरीरं तत्त्वं पदार्थनिगमामृतबोधरूपं कोऽहं विचारमहसैव च बोधनीयम् आनन्दमात्मरमणं शरणं प्रपद्ये।
ॐ नमः परमर्षिभ्यो नमः परमर्षिभ्यः। हरि ओम। उपासकानां यदुपासनीयम् उपात्तवासं वटशाखिमूले तद्धाम दाक्षिण्यजुषा स्वमूर्त्या जागर्तु चित्ते मम बोधरूपम्। अद्राक्षम् अक्षीणदयानिधानम् आचार्यम् आद्यं वटमूलभागे मौनेन मन्दस्मितभूषितेन महर्षिलोकस्य तमोनुदन्तम् विद्राविताशेषतमोगणेन मुद्राविशेषेण मुहुर्मुनीनां निरस्यमायां दयया विधत्ते देवो महांस्तत्त्वमसीति बोधम्। महमाद्यदेवो वटमूलवासी कृपाविशेषात्कृतसन्निधानः ओङ्काररूपाम् उपदिश्य विद्याम् आविद्यगध्वान्तमपाकरोतु। ॐ तत्सदाख्यं पुरुषं गुहेशं भक्तार्तिनाशाय शरीरवन्तं मोदस्वरूपं मधुरस्वभावं त्वाम् आत्मनाथं रमणं भजामि। देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकम् अहं बुद्धिर्न तस्यास्त्यतो नाहं तत्तदभावसुप्तिसमये सिद्धात्मसद्भावतः कोऽहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्ट्वात्मनिष्ठात्मनां सोऽहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयम्। அடுத்த பாட்டு பாராயணம் பண்ணலாமே. அடுத்த பாட்டு சக்தினா அடுத்தது எல்லாமே தமிழ் பாட்டு தான் இல்லையா? இதில் ஒன்றும் சம்ஸ்கிருதம் இல்லை. பகவானோட ஒரிஜினல். यस्मिन्नेव भवेत् स्थितं जगदिदं यस्यैव सर्वं जगत् यस्मात् सर्वमिदं भवेत् समुदितं यस्मै समस्तं भवेत् येनेदं निखिलं जगत् समुदयात् सर्वं यदेव स्वयं सत्यं गुप्तधनं तदेव हृदये तत्सत्परं धीमहि. So yesterday we were on the 13th verse, where Bhagavan said, to be free of the body identity itself is the highest realization. It is śānti, it is mōṇam, it is sannyasa. And one word he used, śāhāmaṛ, for Jivan Mukti, a Tamil coined word is śāhāmaṛ, dying without, when you are alive. A Mukta Purusha is absolutely free of the body idea, mind, world. And the truth, the self is shining forth within. A Swayam Prakasha, the self-effulgent one. And that state Bhagavan called as sāvamål. To find death while you are alive. One name for Shiva is death. Mrityave swaha, mrityave swaha. Shri Rudram comes to conclusion like that. Mrityu is Arunachala. That is why before coming from Madurai to Tiruvannamalai, Arunachala gave his vision as death. And aruḻ, pure knowledge, is also, Bhagavan said, the moment you disassociate yourself from body. Body also means mind, it means the ego, all that is non-self. Naturally it happens in the sushupti, in the deep sleep state. The body is not, mind is not, the I thought is not operating. Every day you take a dip there and come out. The Upanishad says you are given a free landing in the divine, in the heaven. Svargam lokameti. Every day you are taken there, a dip is given and brought back. That is why you are able to endure this worldly life. When you wake up in the morning, what is the hope? Again, I can sleep. So, śāhāmaṛ, dying without death, like that there is another name, Jagrat Sushupti. You are awake, but completely you are in the divine sleep. Just like in deep sleep, you have no identity of the body or the mind or the ego. But you are absolutely aware of your own existence as I am. In Vedanta there is two sampradayas. One is the usual tradition where much importance is given to negation. The body I am not, the mind I am not. You can see in many of Shankaracharya's shlokas, na, 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 na. No, 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 no. I am not the body, not the mind, not the senses. And what remains after negation is my real being. There is another sampradaya which they call as Sanat Kumara sampradaya, which Bhagavan, we can put Bhagavan there. Actually there is no difference, because the attention is more on what is than in negating what is not. The attention is turned towards the I am directly. Not even you are not spending the mind, the attention in negation. The unreal need not be negated. You have to just turn your attention towards the real. The unreal naturally falls off. Because you experience your existence as I am. Even in a dark room, you know I. We have spoken about this. Perhaps 1,000 times you might have heard this. But every time you hear, you feel that around you is dark. The body, mind, ego, world is dark, and the I am is shining forth. It's effulgent. It is prakasha. It is light. It is the light of Arunachala. Tāne tavam. So you turn your attention towards that ever experienced existence I. Awareness, and train yourself to stay there, to abide there, and that is śānti. The very taste of that self is śānti, peace, and mōṇanilai. Bhagavan said that is mōṇa. The real silence, mōṇanilai. The true mōṇa is not keeping the mouth shut, it is the very radiance of the being. Atmanubhutiyoda rasathukku da mōṇamnu per. Mōṇa rasam. Sarva anatma-pratyaya tiraskarana phalam mōṇam. Shankaracharya வந்து பிரகதாரணிக பாஷ்யத்தில் வருது. மௌனம்னா என்னன்னா எல்லா அனாத்ம பிரத்ய அனாத்ம சித்த விருத்திகள் எல்லாம் அடங்கி விடுத்தானா இருக்கக்கூடிய இருப்பு நிலைக்கு பேர் மௌனம். அது ஒரு ஆர்டிஃபிஷியலான ஒரு ஸ்டேட் இல்லை அது. When all the thoughts are quelled, even the I thought is not arising, but existence shines forth as I, aham, aham. And that current of Chit is mōṇam. That dhara is mōṇam. Kunjaswami very beautifully used to say, sometimes Bhagavan will talk, some story he will be telling. It is not that always he was verbally silent. One day he will start a story, next day he will continue it, next day he will continue it. And behind that storytelling, that current, that dhara, that silence, that mōṇam will be there. And one day all this talking will stop. And we used to feel that Bhagavan is telling story. Because we have associated the story with the mōṇam. So even when he stops telling stories, we used to go and sit for that 1 hour, 2 hours, exactly like we used to do while he is telling stories. And it is the taste of that current behind, that thread behind all the pearls. It is the mōṇam. And that mōṇam is same whether he talks or whether he is not talking. Always that mōṇam is there. And that mōṇam is the very nature of the self. And vāṇam. Vāṇam means akasha, space. And the maunathukku da akasham per. Chidakasham na maunathukku da chidakasham na per. Sarvopadhi vinirmukta chaitanyam. உடம்பில்லை மனசு அகங்காரம் எதுவும் இல்லாமல் சுத்த நிர்மலமான போதம் உணர்வு. அந்த உணர்வுக்கு தான் மௌனம் அப்படின்னு பேர். அந்த மௌனம் தான் இங்கே ஆகாசம் அப்படின்னு. அந்த மௌனமே தான் சாந்தி, மௌனமே தான் ஆகாசம், மௌனமே தான் ஞானம். பொருள், பொருள்னாக்கா சம்பத்து, என்ன சொத்து? இதுதான் சொத்து. தேடாது உற்றனல் திருவருள் நிதி, பெரிய ட்ரெஷர். The greatest treasure, Bhagavan says, is this knowledge of the self. In Aksharamanamālai comes this song. Anyway, we are going to have Aksharamanamālai from, what is the date? Eh? Oh, இப்போ இதுதானே. Right. So Shankaramadam. So next we will have Aksharamanamālai, 18th December. So there, the treasure that Arunachala has given you is he himself. He is the great treasure within. You have to just know that the treasure is there as the I am. It is śānti, it is infinitude, it is satyam, it is the truth, the changeless one. And mōṇanilai, vēḷvi, the greatest yajna, no outward fire or offering ghee, nothing. The greatest yajna is offering the mind, the ego, into that inner fire. Dhaṇmam, the only dharma is paramahamsa dharma, that they say. To abide in that self. Yōgam. What is yoga? No. Nothing. Yoga is a definition. Huh? Chitta-vritti nirodha. But actually that is not yoga. Data tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. True yoga is abidance in one's real nature. So yōgam, bhatti, pure love. And what is love? Love actually gets polluted when there is the second person. Only when you are there, whom to love, whom to hate. The Upanishad asks, Yasmin sarvāni bhūtāni ātmaiva bhūt vijānataha. Tatra ko mohaha kashokaha. Yastu sarvāni bhūtāni ātmanyeva anupashyati sarva bhūteshu cha ātmānam tatona vijugupsate. One who beholds the same self in everyone and sees the same in one's own self, all beings. No hate, no attachment, no aversion. And that is bhakti. According to Bhagavan, that is bhakti. To see Arunachala in all is bhakti. Bhagavan used to sit when devotees will come. 24 hours Bhagavan was available. Someone asked Kunjaswami, what is the greatest siddhi of Ramana Maharshi? Occult power. Bhagavan's Kunjaswami said, you know what is greatest siddhi of Bhagavan? He had no privacy. That is his greatest siddhi. Always available, 24 hours, even in toilet we will be there with him. பேரு நாங்க ஏதோ அடியார்கள்னு பேரு அப்படிம்பார் சுவாமி. ஆனால் பகவானுக்கு ஒரு உபகாரமும் பண்ணுறதுக்கு இல்லை. நத்திங் டு சர்வ், பட் வி ஆர் சர்விட்டர்ஸ். And we are not going to serve him, but we will be there. He will do his own work. Even in toilet we will be there, 24 hours available. One thing that he did is to sit amidst the devotees, present himself there, that's all. Available, make himself available. That he did. And during this Kartikeya Deepam, now it is very crowded. Formerly, only on that day it will be crowded, Kartikeya Deepam. Perhaps a little crowd will come the day before. And mostly the villagers around. They will come, and by the time lot of rain would have come, all the ponds around will be with water. They will take a dip in every pond, and dripping they will go around. So they will come to ashram also. Ashram will be full wet. And Bhagavan will be glowing with love, looking at everyone. Sometimes we will be talking. He knows many of them very intimately. He will ask about their family affairs, many things. The devotees around Bhagavan, some of them they thought Bhagavan is put to difficulty by this. So many people coming from morning. And they are coming very near. And sometimes they will be stinking. Because they would not be clean. They are workers. So they struck upon an idea to put that railings. Even now it is there. That meditation room, it is there. Take the railings and put it in a distance so that people can go like that. Do not allow them to come near. So they found out this attendant Krishna Swami and told him. And they said, see, sometimes devotees are very clever. So they said, do it when Bhagavan has gone for his walk. Don't do it when he is there. So Krishna Swami was putting the fence in a distance. At that time Bhagavan was coming back and he found. He asked, "Enna pandre? What are you doing?" He said, "Bhagavan, they told that this should be put in a distance. All these devotees, gramatkaranga ellam varuvanga. All villagers will come. They will be very dirty. They will touch you. They will come very near you. So a space is needed." Bhagavan will not cancel any order of the office. So, okay, you have obeyed them. Now please help me in one thing. Take this couch and put it near the fence. He said, "Bhagavan, whatever I have done, it will be useless now. Because again you will be near." Bhagavan said, "You think all these dirty villages are coming and Swami is giving darshan to them? It is not true. You know who they are? They are all Arunachala Swarupam. They are all of the form of Arunachala. And we should get their darshan. That is why this sitting, that was Bhagavan's power. Everyone felt so much joy. Sometimes some people attained that jnanam when Bhagavan looked at them. The secret is, he did not look at you as a man or woman or anything. He looked at you as Arunachala. He is giving you the greatest respect by looking at you as Ishvara. The Upanishad says, O Shiva, you are the man, you are the woman, you are the girl, you are the boy, you are the old man. Tvam stri, tvam pumanasi, tvam kumara utava kumari. Tvam jirno dandena vanchasi. Tvam jato bhavasi vishvato mukaha. In all the faces, I see you, O Lord. That vision, with that bhava, when a yogi looks at you, you feel so much joy. You see, when someone looks at you with love, then also you feel that love. But when he looks at you as Ishvara, as God, as pure being, as divine, that is the greatest flattery. So that was the secret, that is the bhakti. And what stands in between? It is the body idea. When you look at the body, you know, this person I know. Even the animals, Bhagavan said, they are wearing that dress of a dog or a cow. You are wearing the dress of a human being. That's all. So, that vision is bhakti. Dāṇam. When you look at another person as Atma, the self, to whom are you giving? You are giving to yourself. Tavam, to abide in that state, is tapas. It is the real spiritual practice. Just to be quiet, to be still. The state where the I thought does not arise is tapas. Yānatru iyalvadu therin yadu adu tānat tavam என்றான் உந்தீபர தானாம் பிரமணேஷன் உந்தீபர. To be in that state where the I thought does not arise, aham apetakam nija vibhanakam mahaditam tapaha ramanavag iyam. நான்கிறது உதிக்காம அந்த சுத்த சைதன்ய ஸ்வரூபமாக இருக்கிறதே தபஸ். ஸோ இப்போ என்னெல்லாம் ஆச்சு? 18. Yesterday Shankar was telling, they have analyzed all these things. 18 things Bhagavan has said. dāṇam, tavam, vēḷvi, dhaṇmam, yōgam, bhatti, vāṇam, poruḻ, śānti, vāymai, aruḻ. Aruļ is grace. மōணanilai. இன்னும் பார்த்தம் புரியாட்ட உட்காந்து எண்ண வேண்டியது தான். சாகாமல் சாவு, அறிவு, sārtuṟavu, vīḍiṉban. This is absolute freedom. This knowledge of the self, instantaneous freedom. Not jivan mukti. Here and now you are free. It is called sadhyo mukti, instantaneous freedom. Your attention is turned towards what is eternally free. You just recognize that you become free. You just recognize that in the self there is eternal absence of bondage. You get the language? This is the Nyaya Bhasha. Atyanta bhava. They say the atyanta bhava. Eternal absence of bondage. Bondage was neither there in the past nor can it happen in the future, not even now. It is eternally free. The self is eternally free. You just recognize it. Pratyabhijñā. That is the Kashmir Shaiva. They call Pratyabhijñā. Attention is turned towards that one moment. There was one Swami about with whom Akandana Swami speaks about. Was a very scholarly person, great renunciate. He left everything and was learning Vedanta, doing all his spiritual practice, living by bhiksha. And he was staying in a lonely place on the bank of Ganga. And suddenly, sometimes a kind of spiritual depression sets in. Almost many seekers, they confront that. Suddenly you feel all worthless. I am not able to attain anything. Nothing happened to me. I am not still free of bondage. This person felt like that. He has renounced everything. No money, nothing. Taking bhiksha and living by that. And suddenly he was feeling so depressed. Felt like committing suicide. No use. So he decided, my life is worthless, I am going to commit suicide. He was about to jump into a place where there is torrential flow of Ganga. You jump there, you will be over. So he was about to jump. At that time, an old lady came. She called from behind. She said, Maharaj, Maharaj, oh, kya kar rahe ho? What are you doing? He said, Mataji, you look like a saint. She was also wearing the ochre cloth, very old, coming with a walking stick. He said, I am going to commit suicide. Why? Because my life is worthless. What happened? You are a sannyasi. You have given up everything. What is wrong with you? He said, my bondage is not yet gone. Still I am bound. Dēhābhimāna is not gone. Still I am holding to the body, the mind, the ego. My bondage is not gone. That old lady asked him, do you have wife? No. Children? No. All died. He was a family man. No. You have wealth? Some bank deposit, something? No. You have an ashram? No. You have some money with you? No. Then what is your bondage? He was thinking about him, about that. That lady said, we will have agreement. We will have a deal. If you can show me your bondage, from your side, show me your bondage. Next day I will come, show me your bondage, and from my side I am telling you, I will show to you the absolute absence of that in you, in yourself. You show me your bondage, I will show you that it was not, it is not, it will be not. Whether you show me the body, whether you show me the mind, whether you show me the ego or the world or anything, avidya, ignorance, I will show you the body was not there in you, the body is not there in you, the body will not be there in you. The mind was not there in you, the mind is not there in now, and it will not be in the future. The ego was not there, the ego is not there, the ego is unreal, it will not be there. There is no creation. Na nirodho na cha utpattihi, na baddho na cha sadhakaha, na mumukshuhu na vimuktaha, ityesha paramarthata. I will reveal to you that atyanta bhava. This much that lady told. This Swami sat there, merged into his Svarupa, was firmly established. He just walked out. He didn't wait for the lady next day. Akhandana Swami says, it is Divine Mother Ganga herself came there to reveal it. So when you are ripe enough to get this wisdom, Arunachala will come down. He will come to, he went to Madurai to call Bhagavan. He will come to America. He will come to London. He will go to any place. He will say, yes. In Punjaji's story, they say he went to Pakistan and said, Ramana Maharshi is there. One devotee, once in Chennai, the talk was happening in Tamil. One old lady came to me and told, the language that she used is rendu jeevargal. Two jivas are waiting to see you. Generally, I don't visit homes. I don't visit people like that. So I said, oh, just I was nodding my head, left it there. But the magic of those words is that whole year I could not forget that. So next year, the same place, that Narada Gana Sabha, the first day, suddenly I was reminded of this Amma coming and telling me this. The same scene repeated. That day, first day talk over, that Amma came to me, repeated the same thing. Two jivas, two beings, they want to see you. So I told the person who was near me, who was arranging, said, please inquire and find out what it is. So he went with them and saw a old lady and her daughter. They were staying almost on the way to Tiruvannāmalai, very, very distant place, a small room. That lady, even recently only she dropped her body. She had neither legs nor hands. Mother also was almost immobile, but full of spiritual wisdom. All Bhagavan's teachings, everything was with them. So they were listening to our talks and they wanted to see. So on the way back, I visited them. And they were all, the moment I was entering, they were chanting. And she was very radiant, full of Vedanta Jnana. And spent some time. Then, you know what they said. we had no idea about where you are. That their elder sister who came to Nardakana Sabha, she said, Bhagavan came in dream and told me that this talk is happening here. We didn't get any notice. At those time the mobile, this thing was also not there. So Bhagavan came to me in dream and told that this talk is happening here. Thus only we came. So when the time happens, Bhagavan will put the notice. Arunachala will do that. Very recently she dropped her body. She cannot move out of that room and she says, Ananda. It's all bliss, peaceful. So, the moment you don't identify with the body, even with such a body, there is Shanti. At the age of 17, she had that kind of affectation. And when I saw her, she was almost 55 or 56. But the power of jnana is that with all that minus points, with all that defects, that inner fulfillment is Purna. dēhāṉma-bhāvam aruḻ, not identifying with the body. I am not the body. Shāvāmaṛ means totally giving up this identity with the body by becoming aware of the inner being, the self. You should not spend much time, I am not the body, I am not the body. Muruganar in his last days was suffering so much. Physically was very, very weak. Then he told, I have written 50,000 songs saying that I am not the body. And now the fellow is declaring that I am you. The body is telling, I am you. So, attention should be turned towards what is. That is the existence, as far as possible. As far as possible you do, rest is in the court of Ishvara, is grace. Sometimes people with so much physical problems. One devotee in Chennai, he has seen Bhagavan. In his last days he had cancer, the body was completely suffering, very painful. His son was a grown-up youngster at that time. They all kept a distance, respectful distance from their father. But that day he went to him and asked, how do you feel? And that old man said, I have never felt so peaceful in my life. The body is suffering. The body is having so much pain. It's a mystery. And inwardly he says, there is only a light. Another devotee I saw in Mumbai, he was before his demise, his daughter told me that Appa is not well, he wants to see you. So I went there. He has also seen Bhagavan, had association with many yogis. So all the body was bedridden, all urinary tube, everything. There he said, if I close my eyes, there is only a light. And when I open my eyes, he is there. See, the body is completely shattered. In that state, this devotee, see, this is the power of devotion. If I close my eyes, there is a light. If I open my eyes, He is there. So this is why we call it mysticism, because the ordinary brain cannot understand it. How with all physical problem, it is possible for a person to be like this. Because body is not associated with the real one. It is a foregone thing. You can just glide into that truth. It is possible. You have to just know that the Purna, the whole, Nitya is there. And the Purna Vastu, Ulla nama Swaswarupama, Sahajama Prakashichindrikradhanala, Jnanam mattum porum. Vedamana adu mattum porum. Chuppa therinjina porum. Unnai nee therindayagil unakku or kedum illai. Unnod gavana adukulla poidutha nee free da, swatantram da. Attention turns towards that, you are free. One moment, Muruganar used to say, people entering Bhagavan's presence, they are there. When they come out, they are not. That easy it is. Because it is self-evident. The truth is self-evident. That is why we call it axiomatic. Axiom means Mahavakya. Mahavakya danya jnanam. Sahaja, self-evident. Just say tattvamasi. Finished. In Ulladu Narpadu, Bhagavan says, when the Vedic dictum, with that they say, you are that. You should be able to attain jnanam. You should not even do who am I. When the teacher tells you, you are that, over. If you have so much faith, devotion, one word from the Master, the light of Arunachala should shine forth within you. Even doing who am I after that, Bhagavan says, vīḍiṇban, you don't have firm faith. Okay, at least mediocre sadhana we should be able to do. At least that much we have to. Abhyasena tu vairagyena chakri. Lipo slogan janame. Abhyasa yoga yuktena. First thing, direct. First attainment is direct. One word over. Given with mōṇam it is over, but generally what we say is one word from the Master over. Your bhakti is the power. You have so much faith. Over. Deshikoktya shivoham. Shankaracharya says, my deshika, my teacher has told, I am the Shiva, I am Brahma, I am the pure consciousness. You have that faith over. So when the attention is absolutely riveted on the being, sadhana is finished. And that is renunciation also. Sannyasa also is nothing but atma jnana. Renounce. What will you renounce? The ego, ignorance. The moment you renounce ignorance, what exists is only Bhagavan. So this is the last song. Shaktiyinal tam yangum tanmai unaradu Agila siddhigal nam shervam ena shettikkum pittar kootu ennai எழுப்பி விடின் எம்மட்டு i-t-tevvar என சொன்ன மூடவன் கதையின் சோடு. முடவன் Mudavan Kadayin showed. Mudandan. A lame person, many people are going for fight. The lame person is also there. He says, lame dāne? He is saying, if you can lift me, I will go and win the war for you. He is not able to walk himself. He says, like that, we do not have any power. Power is all Ishvaras. And he says, I want more power, more power, more power. Siddhigal naam shervam ena sheting pittar, mad people. So Bhagavan says, you don't need any power. Power is all God's. Power is all Ishvaras. We have no power. You have to just know that. That's all. You need not have any artificial humility. You know what you really are, then you will find no power with anybody. Swami Ramatirtha was a great saint. In later days, he gave up all outer things and was sitting in constant samadhi. Somebody told, why don't you do some work in the world? Why are you so lazy? Always lying down on the bank of Ganga. He said, my dear boy, is not that doing good business already overcrowded? Leave Rama. All work is God's. Very powerfully he says, if the so-called prophets are right, if the so-called prophets are right, they should have created cartloads of Buddhas and Christs by this time. So work is all God's. Rama has no work to do. If we know this, then we can do. If I expect that all should become enlightened, first mistake is I consider that people are not enlightened. There itself the error has occurred. Then I am going to do. Who is this I? So it is all no mission. Mission is God's. Nothing to do, nothing to achieve, nothing to attain. We have some time, so every day 10 o'clock sit. You have also time, you are also coming and sitting. And we are having some good time listening to Ulladu Narpadu. So, that is all. So we will continue tomorrow. Yato mamatma bhavasi tvameva tato na vāchyam mama kinchidasti. Yathāta vishtam kurumam tathaiva tvam atmanatham ramanam bhajami.